Subscribe Gadget Filter channel and tap the bell icon for never miss any update.
Hi, this is Mehra Hussain from Gadget Filter channel, and today I'm going to talk about iOS 11. Okay, I know what you're thinking, that who is this guy and why is he talking about iOS? First of all, let me inform you that this is a channel that covers all other devices including iOS and Android. So without any more talking, let's go to the subject. Apple talked about iOS 11 in the WWDC 2017 and said that the public release will be happening this fall, but they released a public beta for people as they do always, so that developers can work on it. Now, before talking about the new features, I have to remind you that this is still in beta. This means that there are going to be lags and frequent shutters and bugs. So, let's talk about the features. First of all, I have to thank Apple for the new control center. It is much more cleaner and more good looking. I had my doubts with the iOS 10 control center where there used to be different pages, but Apple has removed that features and organized all the functions in one page, and which can be accessed with a vertical scroll. All the functions here takes the help of 3D Touch, which is really good because iPhone 6s and 7 has it. And you can add more functions by going to the settings and the control center. The Bluetooth function doesn't work for the control center, but you can access Bluetooth from the settings. Apps and icons had a slight update. You can see that in the dock, the icons have no labels. The icons for the App Store, Calculator, iTunes Store has also changed. The apps such as Messages, App Store looks more like the music app. Like Apple had no other idea in their mind and they were like, screw it, we are slapping the music app UI in the Message and App Store. The App Store also changed. Instead of listing all top apps on the home, they take huge tiles individually, and again, this looks more and more like the music app, typical Apple. In iOS 11, the fonts are changed. There are newer animation, and in the place of carrier network, instead of filled dots, there are 4 bars like they used to have in the older iPhones. And now, when you take a screenshot, the shot preview goes to the bottom left corner from where you can edit the screenshot and it would be saved to the pictures. Apple spends months after an official wallpaper, and Apple was kind enough to add a new wallpaper to iOS 11. And as they gave us something, they removed the iOS 8 wallpaper. Good job, Apple. Now Siri has a new look, and now you can type the information instead of asking. The previous double tap to open recent apps has a new animation, and the same reason 3D touch in the edge screen to open recent apps has been removed. I really like that function. I don't know what, Apple is kind of like Game of Thrones, like if you like something, they kill it. And also the lock screen has a new animation. The lock screen now has a landscape view no matter which size device you are on. You can be on the smaller 4.7 inch 6s and 7, still the landscape view would work in the lock screen. For some reason my one doesn't work because it's in beta probably.
All this time to record screen in iPhone you needed a third-party application or you needed a jailbreak. But now Apple has included this feature in the iOS 11, and it works by tapping the icon and it starts recording, and tapping the blue bar stops it and you can access the video through Photos.
Let's talk about the notification bar for a minute. When you swipe down, it looks like it had taken you to the lock screen, but no. And when you swipe up, you can see the notification. Now if you're listening to music and if a message comes, the notification will just be added at the bottom, and please ignore the text. And last but not least, after all this time, after 10 iOS versions, Apple finally included a file management system. It shows the files you have in your iCloud and also on your phone. I think it's pretty useful. As this is still in beta, there are many things that are going to be added and removed, and while using the beta I stumbled upon many bugs and lags. At one point I had to restart my phone. Now the question, do you need to upgrade now? Absolutely no. Wait for the final release. You can upgrade if you have an extra iPhone, but if the device you are on is your primary one, I would strongly recommend you not to use it. So this is pretty much it, guys. I am Meher Hussain from Gadget Field channel, and I will be signing off until there is something new to talk about in iOS. Until that, bye.